The president met with a bipartisan group of lawmakers at the White House seeking solutions to what some consider an epidemic of gun violence in schools and public places. A lively discussion in the cabinet room again, carried live on TV networks, both parties. We welcome back our chief White House correspondent, John Roberts. This was his original story today. As often, he gets put on other stories as they break late in the day. Good evening again, John.
It happens from time to time, Brett. This was the final of 4 listening sessions that the president was holding in the wake of the shooting at the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. A spirited session with both Republicans and Democrats airing their ideas, and the president tomorrow set to lay out his administration's proposals for improving school safety.
It was another TV moment today, the White House canceling the daily briefing, turning the cameras on President Trump's congressional meeting on school shootings and gun safety.
So we have to act. We can't wait and play games and nothing gets done.
As the president was convening his meeting, word spread that the Dick's Sporting Goods chain, where the Parkland shooter once bought a shotgun, would stop selling assault rifles.
The systems that are in place across the board just aren't effective enough to keep us from selling someone a gun like that. And so we've decided that we're not going to sell the assault-type rifles anymore.
Tomorrow, the White House will unveil a package of policy proposals to improve gun safety and stop school shootings. The president will reiterate his support for the Stop School Violence Act and the Cornyn-Murphy bill to improve background checks.
None of us want to look these families in the face in the wake of another mass shooting and say we failed to do everything within our power to stop it.
Mr. President, it's going to have to be you that brings the Republicans to the table on this, because right now the gun lobby would stop it in its tracks.
President Trump will also ask Congress to raise the minimum age to buy a rifle from 18 to 21.
You are going to decide. The people in this room pretty much are going to decide. But I would give very serious thought to it. I can say that the NRA is opposed to it.
The president chided some of his Republican colleagues, including Pennsylvania Senator Pat Toomey, for being afraid of the NRA. Tomorrow, the president will also announce a series of administrative actions to expand a DHS test program to stop school violence, fix the FBI tipster program, encourage states to adopt extreme risk protection orders so that weapons could be taken away from people who threaten to harm themselves or others, and encourage arming school faculty and staff through federal grants or federal training. The president also said he'll eliminate so-called bump stocks with a stroke of his executive pen, but he warned Majority Whip Steve Scalise to not attach a concealed carry reciprocity measure to any legislation on background checks.
If you're going to put concealed carry between states into this bill, we're talking about a whole new ballgame. And you know, I'm with you, but let it be a separate bill. You'll never get this passed.
President Trump also had the Russia investigation on his mind today, again taking his attorney general out to the woodshed after Jeff Sessions said he would ask the DOJ's inspector general to look into the FISA abuses alleged in the Republican House Intelligence Committee memo. In a tweet, the president writing, "Why is AG Jeff Sessions asking the inspector general to investigate potentially massive FISA abuse? Will take forever, has no prosecutorial power, and already late with reports on Comey, etc. Isn't the IG an Obama guy? Why not use Justice Department lawyers? Disgraceful." The president got some backup from the Reverend Jerry Falwell, Jr., who tweeted that Sessions could be just a coward. Sessions, who has often stayed silent under scorching criticism from his boss, decided this one demanded a response in a statement saying, "We have initiated the appropriate process that will ensure complaints against this department will be fully and fairly acted upon if necessary. As long as I am the Attorney General, I will continue to discharge my duties with integrity and honor." Sessions found support from Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy, whose findings the Inspector General will investigate. Gowdy saying Michael Horowitz, quote, has been fair, fact-centric, and appropriately confidential with his work. I have complete confidence in him.
Just yesterday, the press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, seemed to indicate that the president was pleased about the fact that Sessions had announced that he was going to investigate possible FISA abuses. Clearly, this was not the type of investigation that the president was looking for, and has again raised questions as to how much longer Sessions will take this very public criticism from the president before he decides he, too, will leave the White House. Brett?
I think that's all we have for you today, John. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
All right.